It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Check, check. Look.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
New England.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it'll be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2 to Michel on the screen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Cincinnati Bengals.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's what I do. Check 3.
This is Michelle on the counter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Michelle on the carry.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Jackson.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
Yards.
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Pass. Complete to
a
number
really
14.
Nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal, New England.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He was brought down
defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Buying time to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Touchdown, New England.
Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard for the 34. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
This is Mixon on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
70 Lions. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Airing one out for Boyd. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a toss, left side, Michelle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
He was brought down at the
Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads, and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wentz to throw again. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Baby. Yeah.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Wentz's pass.
N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again 14. Here in the second.
Bengals
Sometimes
7.
you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check my 47. Tighten up, tighten up.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was brought down
Brandon,
at the
all things considered,
45-yard line.
they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Burrow looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Joe Burrow
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 21. And the Patriots take over. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And a Patriot 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
New England.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete to Zay Jones.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 28, Joe.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brings up third and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Kevin Huber in.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10.
Let's go, D.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Harry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. Great. Hey, tighten down. Hang in there now.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Michelle, the ball
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
18-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Complete to
The
Zay
Patriot
Jones.
passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Pass complete.
3 touchdown
14.
passes now for Carson
Touchdown,
Wentz.
New England.
And the Patriots add
Michael
6 to
Badgley
their
lining
lead.
up for the extra point.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get
The
some
kick
breathing
is
room going.
good.
And now we find out
Makes
about the
the score
fortitude
Patriots
of the
28,
group that's behind.
Bengals
Because
7.
they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play.
Oftentimes when we talk about
Recovered
piling
by
on
the kicking
in any
team.
subject, it's a negative. It's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the
Sony
injury.
Michel,
They're in a bad
the
spot.
Patriot ball carrier.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bengals
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for
That's
Zay
got to
Jones.
frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he will have the first down inside the
Wentz's
10 to the
pass
9-yard
complete
line.
to N'Keal Harry.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Come on now. Let's go.
Watch twist. Watch the edge.
Watch that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard
Sony Michel,
line.
the ball carrier.
Well, Brandon, we always know
was
that once you
brought
score
down
one
at the
touchdown,
4-yard line.
You want two.
A gain
you're
of
without a
5.
doubt. And
Brings
so
up
far
2nd
today,
and goal.
he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
It's our field. It's our
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Man, let's get that ball.
They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Right there, 56. Let's go.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And past the 40 before he is out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth
down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll buy some time right. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating there.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Michelle, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's Michelle once again. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to be bring up a 4th down.
At the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. 23 yards the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
10-yard loss on the play.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you're still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown,
John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And the lead is down to 20.
The kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 34, Bengals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just after nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted.
Incomplete.
Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
And it's third down. Third and 15.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on third and 15.
First down, New England.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often, not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for the Pats, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.